Dear Boomers, have you ever had someone say something to you that you never forgot? Maybe it was a word of encouragement that carried you through a hard season. Maybe it was a cruelty that just lingered in your mind for far too long, and it echoes in your mind. Please subscribe to the channel. That really helps me continue doing this work. Thank you. Words can lift us, and words can wound us. Words can open a door. Words can close a heart. And here is the truth. Words have power. The words we speak out loud matter. The words we whisper to ourselves matter. And the words we repeat in our minds matter. Especially in this season of life. The boomers and the seniors take things to heart. Whatever they hear, they hear. Because as boomers and seniors, we are not just remembering the past, we are also deciding what kind of inner world we want to live in now, in this moment, in this very day. And our words are helping to build that world. So as we think about this lesson, it's important to know that I welcome you to Dear Boomers community here in the YouTube channel, and also I have a community that you can look at in my bio. Here we talk about aging with meaning, healing from grief, finding purpose, staying connected, and remembering that this chapter of life still has sacred value. Today, we are talking about a simple but powerful truth. Words have power. Not just inspirational words on a coffee mug, not just positive thinking, not pretending everything is fine when it is not. I mean the real living power of language. The words we use can shape our mood. The words we use can shape relationships, our confidence, our health habits, our spirituality, and even our willingness to keep going each day. The moment that we put our feet on the ground is an opportunity. So today, let's slow down and look at the words we are living by. The words we heard early in life. Let's think about that. Many of us grew up in families and cultures where words were used very differently than they are today. There was more civility, perhaps. There was more respect. Some of us were encouraged and some of us were criticized, but some of us were told to be quiet. And that's quite the message. Some of us were told never to cry. Some of us were told we were too sensitive, too much, not enough, or somehow difficult to love. And in my nursing career, budding nurses who wanted to be nurses were often told by the people in their sphere of influence that they were too sensitive and they should not go into the field. And here's what happens. When we hear certain words often enough, we may start to believe them, as in propaganda, false news. A child who hears, "You'll never amount to anything," may carry that wound for decades. A young woman who hears, "Who do you think you are?" A child of God, perhaps, may spend a lifetime shrinking herself into, closing down. A boy who is told real men don't cry may become an older man who does not know how to speak his grief. And many of us now in our later years are still carrying words that were never true. And that is almost unescapable, really. This is why healing often begins by asking this question: whose words am I still living under? Are these words my words? Are they true? Do they bring life? Do they bring freedom? Or have I been carrying someone else's fear, someone else's anger, judgment, or limitation? So what is mine and what is theirs? Or has it become too much a part of my heart? One of the great gifts of aging is that we can begin to tell the truth. We can say, that was said to me, but it does not define me. That was said to me, but it does not define me. That did happen, but it is not the whole story. I was wounded, but I am not only my wound. I am not my wound. These are powerful words that begin to open up a new kind of freedom. The words we speak to ourselves are also important. We discussed this in last week's video. Now let's talk about the private language of the mind, because most of the words that shape are never spoken out loud. Most of the words that shape us are inner negative thinking, and they happen very quietly. I am too old. I am behind. I am useless. Nobody needs me. I'll never learn this technology. My days are over. I am a burden and I don't matter. Dear friend, those words are not harmless. When we repeat them day after day, they become the emotional weather system we live inside. Yes, we have a weather system inside our hearts. We need to bring the sun and shine the light into it. And they shape how we walk into a room. They shape whether we try something new. They shape whether we call a friend or not. And they shape whether we ask for help. They shape whether we believe the future still holds anything for us. Now, I'm not saying we should deny reality, although sometimes it's not a bad idea. And what is reality anyway? What is it? There are real losses in aging, yes. There is grief. There are health changes and financial concerns. And there are friends who have passed on, and every day there are more. There may be adult children who are distant. There may be loneliness that feels almost unbearable, just every now and then. But truth and cruelty are not the same thing. You can tell yourself the truth without attacking yourself or attacking anyone else. Instead of saying, I'm too old to learn this, reframe and say the following: this is new to me, and I can learn one step at a time. That includes everything in technology, and it includes putting something together that you have received from Amazon. And instead of saying nobody cares about me, you may say, I am feeling lonely today and I need connection. Instead of saying I am a burden, you might say, I am worthy of care, just as I have cared for others. Instead of saying the following, my life is over, which shows a deep sense of depression. My life is over. You might say, my life is changing, and I am listening for what wants to emerge right now. Now, this is not denial. This is an optimistic point of view. The moment that you get out of bed, you can start thinking about life in this way. It is sacred reframing. And did you know that words can heal the nervous system? There is a reason a gentle voice can calm us. And there is a reason prayer, poetry, music, and kind conversation can soften the body. Words are not just intellectual. They are emotional. They are physical. They land in the body. Believe this. Think about the difference between these two sentences. Number one, what is wrong with you? And number two, what happened to you? Are you okay? The first one denotes shame, and the second one opens a door of caring and nurturing. Think about the difference between you should be over this by now. People say that all the time with grief. People who grieve, it takes a while. Or grief takes time, and I am here with you. One sentence isolates, the other sentence is comforting. This matters deeply as we age, because many older adults are carrying grief that has never been witnessed. They have lost spouses, siblings, friends, parents, children, homes, careers, identities, physical abilities, and sometimes even faith in the future. And what do many people say in relation to this? Stay busy. Move on. At least you had many good years. Don't dwell on it. Now, these words may be well intended, but they can close the heart. Healing words sound different. I have a dog here who's very old. You can hear her panting, and I want her to be happy as long as she has. Now, words that say, I see your pain. You do not have to rush your grief. Your love matters, and your story matters. You are not alone. And really, people think that their troubles are theirs only, but many, many people experience the same thing. These are the kinds of words we need more of. The words we use with others is very important. Now, let's widen this circle a little bit. Our words do not only shape us, they shape the people around us. Think about it. It's a form of connection or separation, really. A single sentence can change someone's day. A phone call can interrupt loneliness. That is very true. And it can make you feel completely different after you've hung up the phone. A note can remind someone that they are remembered. A kind comment can give someone enough strength to keep going. Many of us underestimate the ministry of simple words. You do not need a degree to say the following: I am thinking of you. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. And I am sorry. Tell me more. I'm listening. You matter to me. Now, these words are medicine. Medicine, a balm, healing. And in a world that often feels colder and faster and automated, human words of kindness are becoming more precious. How can we use our words more lovingly? We live in an age where customer service is automated, which is very frustrating for us boomers. Medical appointments feel rushed, families are scattered, and many seniors feel invisible. So when we speak with warmth and tension and sincerity, we are doing something radical. We are actually giving a gift to the universe. We are restoring humanity. And we are saying, I see you as a person, not a problem. Now, this is very powerful. Words can also become weapons. We see this in politics all the time. Of course, words can also harm. Of course they can. Sarcasm can humiliate, silence can punish, and gossip can destroy trust and destroy a reputation. Labels can reduce a person to one mistake. Political language can turn family members into enemies. Medical language can make patients feel like diagnoses instead of human beings. And sometimes, the most damaging words are the words we never say. Probably, I am sorry is one. The apology is withheld. The gratitude is unspoken. The love assumed but never expressed. The forgiveness is delayed. The truth is buried. And as we get older, time becomes more precious. We begin to realize that there are conversations we do not want to leave unfinished. So maybe part of the invitation today is to ask the following: what words still need to be spoken? Do you say, I love you enough? Do you need to say, I forgive you? Do you need to say, I am sorry? Do you need to say, thank you? Those are the ho'oponopono words. Thank you, I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you. Do you need to say, that hurt me? Do you need to say, I need help? And do you need to say, I am lonely? Do you need to say, I want to begin again? That's a beautiful way to start the day. I will begin again. Now, these words require courage because maybe we haven't thought of things this way before. Courage is often just honesty with a trembling voice. The spiritual power of words, very important. Many spiritual traditions understand that words are creative. In prayer, we speak longing. In blessing, we speak love. In forgiveness, we release the past. In confession, we tell the truth. In poetry, we touch the mystery. And in silence, we listen for the words beneath all words. Words can become sacred vessels. It's so important to think of it this way. A Course in Miracles says forgiveness ends all suffering and loss. Who out there has ever done the Course or is still doing it? This is true. That's what it says. That sentence is not small. It asks us to look again at what we have been carrying, and it asks us to loosen our grip on resentment, not because the pain did not matter, but because we matter too much to live forever inside the injury. We have to break free. That's what life is all about. Words like forgiveness and mercy, grace, compassion, peace, and love are not sentimental. They are practices. They are choices. That's the important part. We can choose to live this way. They are doorways, and sometimes one sacred sentence can become an anchor for the soul. For example, I am willing to see this differently. And by the way, that's also what the Course in Miracles says. I choose peace instead of this. That's a Course in Miracles lesson. And I am still held by love. I do not walk alone. Let me be a presence of kindness today. When repeated gently, these words can begin to orient the heart, and I would say reorient the heart. The words we use about aging, well, we all know there is ageism in this culture to the degree of absolute psychosis. Now, I want to speak directly to the way we talk about aging, because our culture uses many careless words about older adults. They do not feel loved, seen, and they feel invisible. And they can, words like irrelevant, outdated, slow, dependent, burden, past your prime, and in decline. No wonder so many people fear aging. But what if we chose different words? Elder, guide, witness, wisdom keeper, story carrier, mentor, healer, blessing, ancestor in training. Doesn't that feel different? Yes. The words we use about aging shape how we experience aging. If we say, I am just getting old, we may collapse inwardly. But if we say, I am becoming an elder, something changes. We can feel our body uplifting itself. We can even feel the pain go away. There is dignity in that. And there is purpose in that. There is responsibility also. And being an elder does not mean pretending we have no pain. It means our pain has taught us something. It's not a mistake. It means our losses have deepened us. And it means our stories have value. And it means we are still becoming more human. So here's a simple practice. I call it the word audit. Here's a simple practice for this week. So it's a word audit, as I just said. For one day, just notice the words you use most often. Notice what you say when you look in the mirror. And the mirror is a good place to start looking in your own eyes, and seeing the beauty there. Notice what you say when you make a mistake. Quote, mistake. Notice what you say about your body, and notice what you say about your memory. Notice what you say about the future. Oh, of course, about the past as well. Because notice what you say about other people, not with judgment, but just awareness. This is all an awareness exercise. Almost everything that is on this channel is an awareness exercise. Then ask yourself, are these words helping me heal? Are these words helping me to connect? And are these words helping me age with dignity? Are these words helping me become more loving? Are these words true, or are they just familiar words? Then choose one phrase to retire. Look at all the things that you say to yourself and to others that are detrimental and retire them. The one, I'm too old, I always mess things up, no one cares, I can't, is more like I won't, my life is over. And then choose one phrase to practice. Maybe the one that says, go into this and say, I am learning. I can take one small step. I am worthy of kindness. I still have something to give, something to offer, something from my heart that goes to your heart and then goes around the world. I am allowed to begin again, and I do begin again. This is how transformation often begins, not with a dramatic life overhaul, but with one new sentence spoken consistently. Words for grief, loneliness, and hope. Because this is a time of loss in this part of our lives. And now, if you are grieving, try saying, my grief is love with nowhere familiar to go. My grief is love with nowhere familiar to go. My tears are not weakness. My tears are not weakness. I can carry love forward. I do not have to rush. If you are lonely, try saying, I need connection and I can still reach out. My loneliness is calling me toward life, a life of giving and receiving and love. I am not invisible. I belong somewhere, even if I have not found that place yet. If you are afraid of technology, try saying the following. I can learn slowly. I do not need to know everything today. One button at a time, and one button at a time is enough. I am not stupid. I am simply learning something new. And that takes courage too. You are not too old to learn, and in fact, it's very good for your brain to learn something, read a book every day. If you are wondering whether your life still matters, try saying, my presence matters. My story matters. My wisdom matters. My next chapter is still unfolding. These are not magic words. They are healing. They are healing words that actually help your heart grow softer with love and compassion. They help us cooperate with life instead of collapsing under fear. So I have said a lot today, and I invite you to listen to your own words. Listen to the words that you may have inherited from many generations, ancestral wounds. Listen to the words that you repeat. Listen to the words you give away. And listen to the words you still need to speak. Those are the words that we will push forward into the next day. And above all, listen for the words that bring you back to love, because words have power. And they can wound, yes, but they can also bless. And those are the words that we want to choose, because they repair, they restore, the words can reconnect, and they can resurrect hope, which is really what we are here for. Maybe today the most powerful words are very simple. I am still here. I still matter. I still have love to give. Because there's endless love. There is infinite love. I am willing to begin again. So, if this message speaks to you, to your heart, please comment below and we can start a conversation. I do invite you to subscribe to my Dear Boomers community, which is in the bio of this video, of my channel here on YouTube, and share this video with someone who may need a healing word today. Yes, let's start a community right here on YouTube. Love to all.